live. Sorry, give me one moment. Okie dokie. Hopefully I do repeat, we are hopefully live in the party settings. Let's find out, because we are here. A lot of competitive drivers here, all hoping for the win. I haven't got any predictions. I know there are a lot of fast drivers in here, but everyone's going to be gunning for the win. We are waiting on, I believe, Ross to ready up, and then we will begin the qualifying, which is, I believe, in about another minute's time. So we'll take this moment to wish everyone the very best of luck, and hopefully it'll be a great race and a great qualifying session. Lots of difficult challenges around this track, I'm sure everyone knows, especially going through the castle section in the second sector. That's one area I think we'll potentially be covering a lot. Very tough area of the circuit. Hopefully no one makes a mistake. If they do, it'll be a big shame, because no one wants to see a retirement. But yeah, from what I'm being told, this could be a belter. And as we see everyone readying up here for round 4 at Azerbaijan. Strategy wise, we allegedly have a couple of notes, but sadly it's a one-man booth. Here I was meant to have another commentator with me, but it's a shame he couldn't make it, unless he will make it later on. But you are stuck with Q-tip 1999, which is a shame. But here we are about to start qualifying 1. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of tyres all the drivers choose. You know, people could go softer and hope for everyone to do very, very fast runs to get into the top 15, I believe, which is next on into Q2. But you don't want to push too hard, because obviously you are at risk of crashing your car, and you don't want to particularly do that around here, because if you lose a bit of front wing around here, you are in big trouble. So let's hope for none of the drivers to make a mistake. I spoke to a couple of drivers before this race, and from what I'm hearing, it's going to be a chaotic race. So that'll be good for us as the viewers here, as the qualifying session of Q1 has begun. We've got 18 minutes here. Who can get into the next step, which is Q2. Only the top 15 drivers, remember, to get into qualifying 2. So far, no real action in the pit lane, not as yet. But coming into this round, the driver standings from Toro Rosso, we've got Ross in P1, followed by the Annihilator Super Smash Brothers as sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself, on 35 points. As we have cars on track, we believe we have Jota, the Annihilators, out on track, And we have the Dr. Lewis on track currently at the moment, as Sunderland also is coming out on track for the respective team of... Sorry, I do not have this in my notes, I'm definitely very well prepared. LonelyLarry.com Racing. And we've got a driver out already. I do not know how that's happened. My apologies. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. That's a big shame for HORD. So that's a big problem there. I don't know what officially happened. My apologies. I couldn't get that. Hopefully they are okay. Hopefully they can get the car fixed in time for the races. We've got 16 minutes 25 seconds to go. We ride on board here with Sunderland through the castle section. Very, very difficult part of the circuit. But yeah, by the looks of things, most of the cars are on the soft tyre. We are going to find out as around 8-9 cars are out on circuit. We've got 18 drivers here today, so it's guaranteed to be an absolute belter of a Grand Prix / qualifying session. So let's ride on board here with Lewis. Coming up along the main straight, you're going to be hitting about 8th gear here, doing around 208 miles an hour. Unless if you use a setup, then maybe you're pushing about 210, maybe even 220 miles an hour into this hard braking zone into turn 1. We're going to watch this lap because I believe he was one of the first drivers. We've got yellows in sector 3. Let's see if we can find out. No, sorry, my apologies. There is nothing. Opens up DRS now after coming out turn 2. It's been a nice lap so far. Could maybe focus on the apexes a little bit more coming into turn 3, where Daniel Ricciardo famously forgot that he had mirrors connected to his car. Coming into turn 4 now, hits the apex quite nicely. A little bit, could have used a little bit more track, but maybe he's saving up his tyres, which is nice. Cut the corner a little bit there on the apex, which is quite nice. Something I would do 100%, as most of the drivers are doing their laps. As I say, we're going to ride with Lewis. Ooh, going very tight. Oh, it's been an accident. He's bottled it. He's absolutely hit the wall after the castle section. You don't see very many drivers hit that bit of the wall. That's unbelievable. Hopefully they can get the car fixed. That is a big shame for Dr. Lewis. I think he was on for a good lap there. As we ride on board now with Rob, I believe. Rob Cos. On the medium tyre, and by the looks of it, he's on a qualifying lap, so we'll watch him. Notice how he didn't hit the wall there, unlike a certain Dr. Lewis. My apologies. I think I've caused the commentator's curse already, but as we see, the Annihilator and HOR get pole position and second place respectively, with the Annihilator getting a 1 minute 40.2. You're going to be seeing a lot of times roughly in about that sort of section, maybe a 1:39 maybe. Rob on mediums, I would have thought maybe about a 1 minute 42, as Kev now comes across the line with a 1 minute 40.8. This is good lap time from him. That's by the looks of things could be Q2 already for him, as we watch Rob again, opening up DRS for his first run on the medium time, and tyres, and it's P3 with a 1 minute 40.8. He goes off wide to maybe avoid a couple of cars. That's very nice. Goofy now comes in with a 1:44.3. That could potentially see him out. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a strong time, but you do have to worry about how many sets of tyres you use in this first session. It's only Q1, remember. So hopefully he still has a lot of tyres left, as we now ride on board with... I cannot read your name, my apologies. I'm going to call you Jay, my apologies again. But Jay on his outlap at the moment is on the soft tyre. But yeah, predictions for the race. Not knowing all these drivers, as someone else has just come across the line. I believe it was Saint with a 1 minute 41.2. Puts him into 4th place. That could be a good time, as there's yellow flags in sector 2. Oh, someone's had a big problem at the castle section. I think it was Sunderland. Let's just ride on board with Sunderland here quickly for a moment. Are we able to get a new camera angle? My apologies. It looks like he's lost part of his front wing, maybe? Sticking on the inside line, letting one of the cars go through there. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was this man, Rudd, I think. No, sorry. Rob, sorry. Coming into the last sector here, this is nice and flat in a Formula 1 car, because the amount of downforce these things produce is unbelievable. Through the left, through the right, doing about 180 miles an hour, shifting to 8th. He opens up the DRS, which is in 3, 2, 1. Now, that was perfectly timed. Well done, me. Here we go. Where does this put him? I'm not sure what his lap time was like, but it's a 1 minute 41.901. Puts him 6th on, again, the soft tyre. Maybe he was compromised a little bit by the accident that happened with Sunderland, but it was not Sunderland's fault for that. I mean, if any of the drivers will say, oh, someone blocked me, it will be investigated by the admins, and potentially myself, or maybe other drivers. Hopefully we can get their reactions. But yeah, no, that's what this man Pizza, I think. Oh no, sorry, he's now coming into the pits on his outlap, so he might have damaged this, which is a bit of a problem as we now watch Banks here on his first time run with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go of the session. He's got a nice pink and green, no sorry, not pink, my goodness me, a nice purple and green car here. I did get the name of it, because obviously I'm very smart. Team Yeet and Delete. A very, very good name. Oh, sorry, what was that? I think another driver may have... Oh, it's the Annihilator out of the session. That's huge, as Jay now comes in with a much better time. And look at that, 1 minute 40.5. Only 2/10 off the Annihilator, I think. Or is it really, really close? I am very far away from my screen. No, sorry, it was half a second. No, half a tenth, sorry. Half a tenth. That's how close it is between these top guys here. As we go back on board with Banksy, he's coming after the castle section, where a lot of drivers have already started to push their limits of their cars. There's another yellow in sector 3. I'm not sure what that's about. It's probably cars getting out of the way, because there are a couple of cars out on their out laps and on their hot laps. Here we are now, coming into the last sector again. It's a nice exit. We will now want to push that car through here, nice and flat. Got to stay nice and flat. 8th gear. Again, around 180, 190 miles an hour coming through here. He's going to start running out of battery very soon. He's weaving a little bit. I'm not sure if that's much faster. I wouldn't think it is, but he's got the DRS open, and that puts him 5th place with a 1 minute 40.1. No, sorry, a 141, sorry. 0.122. A good lap. Sees him in the top 5, but I think all the drivers who haven't set a lap could be already through, as cars have sadly retired or crashed. As we remember, we saw Dr. Lewis sadly make a mistake into the castle section. It's going to be one place to definitely not overtake, in my opinion. I mean, unless you do go for the cheeky divers. There's a yellow again in sector 3. I don't know what it is with these yellow flags. I can't work them out, because we see in here nothing too much is happening, but now we ride on board with Matty, who I think is about to finish his hot lap. Where does this put him? It puts him 10th with a 1 minute 42.852. Puts him, as I say, 10th ahead of Goofy, who's now on his out lap. On a set of softs again, so he'll be hoping for a better run. There is Matty, goes past him. Is anyone else on a lap? Banksy, I believe he's on an in-lap. Yeah, I would have thought he's on an in-lap, but let's ride with him here, because this is such a nice bit of track. Nice and flat. You don't hear the driver back out of that, unless if they do have major problems with their front wing. But I think he's actually going to finish another lap here, you know. I think he might have put in way too much fuel But no, sorry, he's absolutely done the commentator there and has made me look like an absolute fool. So thank you very much indeed. And he's hit the barrier. I wasn't expecting that. That's going to cost the team a little bit of money there. Hopefully he has the money to fix it. As we ride on board with the championship leader, Roscoe, who's got a very nice car. Look at that. That is a very sexy machine, let me tell you. Out on a set of softs, currently P8, so you'll want to go a little bit faster. Whether these are a fresh set of soft tyres, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, the man from Toro Rosso hoping for a great result here to extend his championship lead over the Annihilator. Currently the gap is only 13 points, so... But it's going to be a very, very tough race for all these drivers. You know, there's a lot of challenging corners around here, as everyone knows, in the Formula One world. As we see Roscoe about to potentially end his lap. Oh, he's got a bit of a problem. He's starting to slow down a little bit. That could be... Is he out of fuel, maybe? How many times do you ever see a car run out of fuel? I hardly ever see it. It's like Felipe Massa all those years ago, running out of fuel on a in the Hungarian race. We have a new pole position time from Sunderland. My apologies not for watching the lap, as it's a nice 1 minute 40.0. I hope these guys can get into the 1:39s. That's going to be a big time, great lap there from Sunderland. As I was going to say, it's going to be a big time change to all the drivers. If someone gets a 1:39, drivers are going to start itching their head and say, well, hang on a minute, where else can I go faster? And I'm sure all these guys have a lot left in the tank. I'm sure these guys can go even faster than their first couple of runs, but they don't want to use all their tyres already so early in Q1. As we now hit 5 minutes to go, there might be a lot of action, as... Oh, we have a problem. The man in third place, Joule, has come off, I think, in Sector 1. I'm not sure whereabouts exactly in Sector 1, unless if he's retired in the pit lane, thinking he could be safe with the Annihilator. You know, 1:40.3 is a very competitive time, no mistake in that. It's third fastest. But can any of the other guys improve? We'll find out. We'll watch Pizza now coming to potentially finish his lap. He's opened DRS. Yep, we've got a finish time here. Here we go. This could be a belter. And it's even faster than his first run, from a 1 minute 41 to a 1 minute 40.3. A lot of drivers getting into the 1:40.3. Well, only two, but potentially the 1 minute 40.3s are the target, potentially, for the drivers. As Banksy's also got a problem. He's made a mistake in Sector 3. I'm not sure whereabouts, because logic, but hopefully he's okay. Look at that, we've already got 5 retirements already in only the first set of qualifying, first session, sorry, of qualifying. Whether they've been tactical retirements or not is another story, as Saint does not improve his time, I don't think, unless he's going to do another time as a car comes out the pits. I believe that was Vanilla. And yes, it is. He moves out of the way to potentially let... who was that? Sorry, I believe that was Saint. Yes, it was. So that's Saint through. So let's have a look and see if anyone else is on a respected lap. With only 3 minutes to go, you'd think that... Oh, Sunderland's had a problem with the retirement. As I say, I'm not too... I do apologise if I'm not getting these shots of people retiring. I do want to see them. I want to see all the drivers, but it's very, very hard. But there's more yellows being waved as Goofy now comes into the pits. He's got to try and improve on a 1 minute 42.4. It's very easy for me to say, and potentially you guys. But all these drivers are being very well supported as another car comes across the line. I'm sorry, I did not catch it. I think it was F1 Rob, I believe, or F1 Chad, my apologies, with a woman at 41.1. A lot of drivers getting the sort of same times potentially as other rival teams here. Sadly, I don't know everyone's teams, as you can tell, because I have definitely underqualified myself. But yeah, very interesting qualifying sessions so far. A lot of retirement, 6 cars retirement from the session, whether they've been tactically or crashes. I mean, at the start of the session, roughly, Dr. Lewis sadly had to retire. So we are now watching Roscoe potentially on a start of a fast lap. It says he's on his out lap, but let's watch the championship leader here coming into, as we say, round 4 here at Azerbaijan. There's more yellow flags in sector 2. It is F1 Rob who's sadly retired. F1 Chad, sorry. I'm not sure why he's 15th. That puts him on the cusp if Spoon goes faster. We haven't seen him this session. My apologies if you are a big Spoon fan. I'm sure everyone is fans of all these drivers, but if you are a fan of him, my apologies. My camera work has been appalling, I understand. But let's watch him here coming into the castle section. Very unusual line there coming into the castle section, but here he comes, not turning in too late. Almost hitting the wall there on the exit, but a nice smooth controlled exit out of the castle section. We're getting more yellow flags in sector 2. I would really love to know why we are getting so many yellow flags. But yeah, here we know it come. Oh, Spoon's hit the wall! That's going to cost him a lot of damage and cost him a lot of time. Like, there you go, you can see the front end plate of the right hand side of the wing is not connected obviously to the car. We obviously saw that come off there. That could cost him a little bit of time through the last sector, as qualifying 1 has ended. Only 2 drivers can improve in Roscoe and Spoon, but we are watching currently Spoon come across the line. Hopefully this is going to be a good enough time, and it's not. It's a 142.5, and he is 16th, and I believe that knocks him out into Q1. Let's watch Vanilla here. And then coming up to the castle section, whether he's on a lap or not, it's another story. Only Roscoe and Vanilla could improve, as they are the cars currently out. We are going to watch Roscoe here coming up, going past the finish line. He doesn't improve on his position of P11, but it sees him through, as Vanilla's made a mistake in the second sector, and now he hasn't got no front wing, and look at that, big time damage to that racing car. Oh no, he's crashed completely. That's a big problem there. Hopefully they can fix that car. But yeah, look at all this. Oh, my apologies. I did not see HOR on his hard tyre. That's a very good time on the hard tyre, using them already. But yeah, your first driver sadly out of Q1 is F1 Chad, Vanilla, Spoon, HOR, and Dr. Lewis. Unbelievable. Lots of retired drivers here. As we look at the incidents here, yeah, 3 drivers sadly had terminal damage, which is not good. 5 seconds till the session ends. I believe we are now moving to Q2. Very interesting first part of qualifying here in Baku. A lot of top drivers sadly out, and they do have the option of being on fresh tyres, so that will be a bonus. Here we are now entering Q2, a 15-minute session for all these drivers here. We've got the top 13 drivers to advance obviously into Q2, and we have a little bit of movement already. Who is this coming out in a gorgeous car? Who is this? It is the Annihilator, the man running second in the championship for Super Smash Bros. Team. Hopefully he can get a good lap. I don't know why we've lost the game sound. That is a problem. We have lost the game sound. Let me try and fix it. Because I'm sure you don't want to hear my voice very much. No, we do not have game sound. That is a big problem. So you are stuck with my voice, rather annoyingly, but we have currently 4 drivers out on outlaps. They are HOR, the Annihilator, Roscoe, and Rudd. So I will try and bring back the volume somehow. I'm not too sure, because obviously you guys want to hear these cars revving and singing their way through here. And as I was, I really don't understand. Let's try and turn the master volume up. That sort of improved, but oh, this is very professional, isn't it? My apologies, everybody. This is going to make me look very professional. I wish we could edit some of this out, but I'm not sure how. Anyway, as we come around the last few corners here of HOR, about to start his lap on the medium tyre, so he's hoping for a long first stint into the race. We've also got the Annihilator there up just a little bit up the road. Maybe he might be giving a tow to his fellow compatriots, but he's also on the medium tyre. I am very, very sorry that we are not able to provide sound. I'm sure there is some way, unless if I have to rejoin the session, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed, because obviously I don't want to miss any bit of action for you guys. So apologies if my voice is appalling. I'm not as trained commentator. As we see Saint on a set of hard. I've had this problem a couple of times and I was able sort of to fix it. Gameplay audio. Maybe if we try and trick the game. See, you can hear it. Oh my goodness me. I'm very, very sorry, everybody. I do want to watch this qualifying session, but the game's not giving us any leeway, as it were, as Goofy's now about to start his lap potentially, or does he have a problem on the soft tyres? Yes, he might have a problem. He might have already damaged his front wing, as Matty is about to start his lap here. So we will, oops, my apologies. I'm very, very staggered that we don't have any game sound, as the Annihilator sets the pace on the medium tyres with a 1 minute 40.5 bang on. A very solid lap, as HOR goes even better with a 1 minute 40.4, and Rudd does a 141.9 on the soft tyre. So very, very weird to see the soft tyre a little bit slower than the medium runners here. But Rudd is looking, I believe, for his first point in the championship. No, sorry, he does have a point, but hopefully he wants to get obviously more points for Team Slick. Hopefully he can, as well as his teammate, who is HOR Daz, and he's having so far a great run here in qualifying. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to stop the broadcast to try and fix the volume issue. I can only apologise, but I mean, I guess I'm going to have one of the hardest jobs in the world. This obviously definitely does not happen. Every commentator is trained for a situation like this, and as you can tell, I am 100%. So let's have a look at everyone's laps here. We are going to see what Matty has done. He's won a 142.9 on the medium. So a couple of drivers struggling on the medium tyre. Kev also struggling with a 142.5. So I would have thought them two would be scratching their heads a little bit, wondering how the Annihilator and HOR are getting such better times. They're 2 seconds off the pace, the pair of them, which is literally now to about now, which is might not seem like a long time, but my goodness me, big issues there. As we now watch Jay here, looks like he's helping his teammate. No, sorry, they're both going into the pits. Their own respected cars. I believe that is Banksy now potentially coming out of the pits, unless they're saving tyres. But yeah, I believe you do get 4 sets of tyres and then 1 extra set of, I think, soft tyres in Q3. So obviously all these drivers do want to get into Q3. Yeah, look at that. We can hear the whistles, but we can't hear the cars. I can seriously only apologise to everybody. Oh, there we go. We can enable subtitles. There we go. Dynamic range, full range. Yeah, I would have thought so. Mid range. That's not really useful, is it? I am very sorry, but let's focus on the job in hand. We've got a couple of drivers still out on their outlaps. We've got Peter here on his outlap. We've got Sunderland, as we now have a new fastest lap of the qualifying session. That is Rob with a 139.6 on the soft tyre. That is an absolute belter. The first driver into the 139s. I knew it was going to start happening. Now, can any of these drivers get a 138 around here? That will be very, very impressive. Because I'll tell you what, a 138 around here, that is fast, let me tell you. But yeah, an absolutely great lap from Rob there. I would have thought that sees him through into Q3, but he is on the soft compound tyre, which does go literally like that. But yeah, fabulous lap. Sorry we couldn't get any footage of that, or even with sound, but he's currently in 3rd gear, probably doing about 4,000 RPM. And no, he does not have an engine problem. Or at least hopefully not. Let's watch Goofy. I believe he is on a lap. It's not saying he's on an outlap, but here he comes into the last few corners here. You'd be nice and flat as always. I know I keep repeating that. Oh, he might have a lot of damage actually. He did a lot of understeering there. Almost hitting the wall. But hopefully he can finish this run. He's revving the hell out of 7th gear, goes in 8th. He's going to finish the lap, and it's a 1:43.3. So disappointing lap there from Goofy. Hopefully he can go a little bit faster. Sorry, I was trained for that to sneeze at that precise time. I'm glad I sneezed now. But yeah, hopefully he can go faster for Team Yeet and Delete. They're having a solid season so far, tied in 6th place with Scuderia Nitro Racing, both teams on 18 points. So clearly that could be the best of the rest fight. We'll go through the constructors actually, while we're talking about the constructors here. We've got Toro Roscoe in first position. We then have White Stripe Racing in 2nd place with 40 points, and Team Toro Roscoe with 64 points. Then we come to 3rd place, not very far off White Strip Racing on 35 points, so it's a big battle for 2nd place. Then we have Roadblock Racing again, only on 29 points. Force Elite in 5th place on 26 points. Again, the battle for 6th is tied at the moment with Yeet and Delete and Scuderia Nitro Racing, both on 18 points respectively. Royal Racers charge of Saint and Horo Johto. They're on 14 points. Hopefully they can get a nice result and boost themselves up potentially into 6th place. As we now are getting more and more times coming in. We've got Peter now setting a 1:41.7 on the medium tyre. That's a good run, that. Potentially that could see him into Q3. Sunderland also with a 1 minute 41.7. Whether that lap time was just now done, I cannot confirm. My apologies. As we are currently still going through the constructors at the moment. LonelyLarryRacing.com with 12 points in 9th place, and 10th place is Team Slick with 6 points. So those guys are both drivers from that team. HOR Daz and Rob Dex would like to get a nice big haul of points, and anything is possible here in Baku. Let me reassure you of that. As we now come up to 3 minutes 30 in the session, you'll be seeing a lot of pit lane activity, I would have thought, and potentially drivers doing one more run to see if they're safe or not. But I would say Rob is definitely a prime position to not set another lap. A 1:39.6 I'd say is a very safe time to stay into Q3. But other drivers to potentially improve, I reckon Goofy could improve on a 1:43.3. Hopefully he has another set of tyres free. We've got Banksy, we've got Jay as well to also improve in their respective teams of, as I'm now reading on my phone, they are from Banksy, Team Yeet and Delete with all the 18 points. And Jay with Roadblock Racing with 29 points. So potentially we could see a good duel between the two, a full position here in Q2. Well, obviously Q3 is where you start. But Jay doing a run on medium, so hopefully he can bring that unlucky number 13 race car into the top 10. But let's have a look. Let's watch his lap, as well as we'll keep an eye out on Banksy's lap as well to see if both of those drivers can improve. We'll also keep an eye out on Roscoe, who's having a bit of a toilsome time currently in this session. He's also on medium tyres with a 1:43.1. I reckon he can still improve. Hopefully he can. That'll be nice to see. As we are getting constant notification, we will have to see if we can turn them off. As Sunderland's made a mistake, I believe. I'm very, very sorry. Hang on a minute, let's see what's happened there. Was that terminal damage? It might be terminal damage, but it could potentially see him out in Q2. I mean, 5th place is currently safe on a 1:41.7, but hopefully that is safe. By the looks of things, Rod Dex is not going to do another run with 1 minute 6 remaining. So it's right on board here with Kev exiting the first sector. Actually, no, we're going to try and find the drivers who are almost finishing their time. So Banksy is going to be the first driver to cross the line to potentially go faster. He's gone very slow. I think he may have done a tactical slowdown there, but it's P7 on the medium tyre. Where does Roscoe go? Where does he go? He goes 9th fastest. With the Annihilator retiring. I think that was a retirement from the session. But who else can go faster? Banksy cannot. Roscoe maybe cannot. But I'd say it's all down to Jay now. Coming down the start-finish line, you're doing around 205 miles an hour. As he, yeah, look at that, goes straight into 4th place with a 1:41.4. A solid lap there. An absolute belter of a lap. Now, let's ride on board with Kev here. Also coming to potentially finish this lap, also on medium tyre. A lot of these drivers are actually using medium tyre. I'd do the same. Can he improve? Yes, he goes up to P7. How about that? Good lap from him. Saints has retired. Pizza's retired. Sunderland's retired. The only drivers now who can go faster are Banksy and Roscoe. I think Roscoe's going to do another lap to see if he can go into Q3. Only the top 10 cars can go through. Banksy clearly on a slowdown lap, but we'll watch Roscoe here for the remainder of this lap. Coming into the last sector now, hard braking here. You want to get about second, third gear exit now. Nice exit there. Get a lot of traction. Rev the engine very high. Goes down to about third gear. Talking about 70, 80, 90 odd mile an hour. And now here we come to the best bit of the track. Nice and flat. Hitting 8th gear. Oh, a little bit of touch with the wall there. Was there damage? I couldn't see. I don't think there's any damage to that car of the Toro Rosso. And he's also... Oh, that's a big accident! Oh my goodness me. Whoa, how about that? An absolute big one. My goodness me, I hope they can fix the car for the race. Absolutely huge impact. And you're talking speeds of around 200 miles an hour. There. My goodness. Sorry, I've seen some big accidents on this game, but that one's up there. As we've got another driver now crossing the start-finish line. That was Kev, who's already finished, and yeah, Jay now retires from the session. The only driver who can go faster is Banksy, but he's on a slowdown lap to the pits. So potentially your drivers who are moving up into Q3 are Rob, HOR, the Annihilator, Jay, Pizza, Sunderland, Kev, Rudd, Banksy, and I believe Saint. And your drivers out in that session. Oh, there we go. We got game sound now. Thank the Lord. Thank goodness for that. Don't have to keep hearing me now. I'll let you hear the fans for a second as we have a nice sip of water. And let's have a look at the tyre compounds that they have all gone on. Most of them, my goodness me. Only 2 drivers are starting on the soft tyre. Is that a risk? Or will it pay off? Also, drivers really hoping for a long first stint. Potentially go to hards, maybe even softs. But my thoughts will be to go on the medium, obviously for the first runs. And then go to a fresh set of hards, which will definitely last after about lap 13. But let's get into Q3. As you listen to the atmosphere around Azerbaijan, it is clearly electric, like it is here in the booth, with my imaginary commentator beside me. But hopefully we do have sound in this session. Again, my apologies for not having sound in the last session. I do not understand why we didn't, as we have a car out. And yes, we have game sound. We have game sound. I'm very happy. It's been worth it. Here we are. We've got a lot of pit lane activity already with drivers like Kev, Banksy, Pizza, HOR, the Annihilator. Who do I think is going to get on pole? I'm going to say it's a dead heat. I mean, Rob was the fastest driver in Q2, but remember he did do his run on soft tyres. So he could be a little bit compromised for the race, but either way it's going to be an exciting Q3, let me tell you. As the Annihilator has gone straight on. That's... Oh no, he has reset to the track. You definitely always see Sebastian Vettel do a mistake like that and automatically see him reset to the track. So who will be the first driver to cross the line? Oh, obviously you can see Banksy trying to get a toe there. Behind, I cannot get you. Unless I probably have. As oh, the Annihilator's in the wall again at the castle section. Whether he has damage or not, I can't tell you, but he's on a set of soft tyres. But this is going to be an exciting session, guys, let me tell you. As here we are, we've got Jay now on his out lap, coming through a nice bar sweeping left right, chicane taken flat out, opens the DRS. That car does look very, very nice, let me tell you. The roadblock racing car with, I think it's Banksy behind him. Yep, that is, and Kev behind him. So very tactically placed cars behind Jay here. Hopefully they can both do very, very well. So let's have a look. Now coming up into turn 3, hard braking zone. Clips the apex on the way out. Very nice traction there from the soft tyres. It's unbelievable how much traction these cars really can put down. I mean, we're talking around 1,000 horsepower here. It's coming through sector 2 now with a nice little slow left right, second gear around 60 odd miles an hour. I'm not too sure if I can do that. I can allegedly try. I haven't got a clue how to do that, Ross. Is that possible? Oh, God almighty. Oh, Jay gets a nice big slide of oversteer there. That was cool for the viewers, but not good for lap time. We will try and sort out the broadcast issue very, very soon. It's been a nice lap, but that little slide of oversteer could have potentially cost Jay, as HOR has set the time of a 1:39.1. Now, what can Jay do? It's a 1:39.4. These times are going to come in rapidly, as Banksy does a 1:41.3. That's not a good lap from him. Kev now comes through the start-finish line with a 1:40.6. Who else can improve? We now have Rudd doing a 1:41.5. The Annihilator, 1:39.2. These times are coming in rapidly. What can Rob do here? Opens up DRS. Fantastic long straight here in Azerbaijan. Comes into 7th place with a 1:41.6. Only 2 drivers left to run, and they are Sunderland and Pizza. Wow. Solid lap from HOR there. I didn't actually realise he was the first car actually in front of the entire pack making the lap. A fantastic time though, a 1:39.1, a 10th faster than rival Annihilator. Can any of the drivers come back at it? We're going to ride on board. Oh, hello, we've had a bit of a problem there in Sector 1 with Pizza. Looked like he braked himself maybe, but let's ride on board with Sunderland here. Oh, press the share button. And oh, there's been a big accident! Big accident there for Sunderland. My goodness me. Oh my word. He hasn't even set a lap. That's gonna cost him. That's gonna automatically qualify him in 9th place. Press share button. Yeah, yellow flag sector 3. Press share. Oh, hello, sorry. Broadcast settings. Let's have a look. Sorry. Advanced settings. There we go. I think we'll try that. Is that better? I hope that is. But my goodness me, what a big accident there for Sunderland. That could ruin his confidence for the race. I believe he's on the medium tyre. So, my goodness. Big time shake up there. He's now coming through the last sector where Sunderland crashed. On this spot, very... now I have to look at the comment. Here we go, sorry. We just want to find this out, just in case. Sorry to be an absolute fool. We're just going to turn that on for a second, then we'll turn it straight off. Perfect, awesome, right, okay, we'll take that off. And we will go from there, but yeah, my goodness me. Oh, okay, nice, thank you very much. Alright, we are back. We are now watching Pete to do his first time run here in Q3 with only 4 minutes 40 to go. So this could potentially be his one and only run here in Q3. So hopefully he can make it a belter. Coming out into turn 6 and 7. Nice sweep. Getting the apex just right. Could have used a tiny bit more road there, but so far not too bad. You don't want to take any risks, but obviously you have to because you want to out-qualify all the drivers coming into the castle section there. Nicely done. Doesn't make the same mistake as Dr. Lewis did in Q1. Now here we are. It's a bit of straight with a few left-handed corners there. Now down into second gear. Around 65 miles an hour on the exit. There's traction there off the soft tyres. I would have thought everyone's going to be on soft tyres as there's yellow flags in Sector 3. It's Rudd Dex with a retirement. That could be a potential accident as... Oh my word, it's in the same place as Sunderland. My goodness me. Two drivers out at the same place. He's currently 6th, which is under pressure here. Can Peter do better? Yes, he does. He goes into 4th place with a 1:39.4. How about that? Great lap from him. Wish he could have gone into the podium positions to start. I mean, that'll put him in the prime position, but a solid lap nonetheless. So the drivers who really do need to improve are Rob and Banks, who are both currently in the pits. Whether they're coming out with 3 seconds to go or 5 seconds to go, I'd say now should be the perfect time to get out on track. I'd say now is the perfect weather conditions. Obviously we're very happy it's not raining, because otherwise the rain can cause havoc, as there's yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. Let's try and find out what that is. Need someone maybe. I wish I didn't have my notifications on. I hope they're not coming up on the stream. I hope they're not. If they are, that could be obviously big problems and could lead to the termination of me. As Rob has sadly had a family emergency. We hope that that goes well. It's a big shame for him. Wishing all the drivers luck though. That's very, very sporting. As Kev now starts his lap in Q3, currently 5th place with a 1:40.6. He is going to want that to hopefully be in the top 4, maybe even top 3. As HOR is also not on a lap yet. I don't actually know, sorry, he could be on a lap. As we get another comment, I will check that out as soon as the session has finished, because we don't want to miss any action here. But yeah, Banksy, I believe that is Banksy now coming out the pits. That's quite a gamble with only 1 minute 29 seconds to go. I think he's missed the run to do another lap here, actually. He's got 1 minute 20 seconds to get round. That, I don't think that's possible. I think he's left that a little bit too... And he's also hit his front wing for good measure. My goodness. Hopefully he doesn't have damage or anything, as the Annihilator is currently out on his outer lap. But let's see, Peter now can't improve. There's no way he can get that car out again in this session with only 1 minute to go. We'll ride back on board with Kev here. Low on ERS, it looks like he's saving fuel. He's early upshifting, which is an immediate problem, I would have thought, as HOR goes even faster. How about that, guys? A 1 minute 38.5. That could be unbeatable. That is, I would have thought, pole position. What a belter of a lap. I don't know where he got that out of, but my goodness me, he pushed that car to its limits. Absolutely wonderful stuff. As we now watch Kev coming into the pits. But the big story, I would say, is can Banksy get round here? He's got... No, I don't think it's possible. Only 13 seconds. He's cut the corner. That's not very good. Oh, hello. We are receiving messages. To have a word with Ross, so let's Oh, after the session. Okay, yep. I can do that. After the session, we will be having an interview with Ross, by the sounds of things. So hopefully, he has a good run. He's sadly out of the top 10, but hopefully he can have a good race. Annihilator is on a lap, and so is Jay. So I think we'll watch Jay, and again he's had the same problem there. Coming out of that corner, always gets a big slide on. Really struggling on his rear tyres there. His Annihilator is also coming around, as we are being told there's a 5-minute break, which is very nice. As Jay goes into the pit lane, can the Annihilator steal pole position from HOR Joe here? Opens the DRS. It's gonna be close, I think. This could be. It's not. It's a 130.9. So I think, by popular demand, HOR gets pole position. How about that? Fantastic stuff. He's got to be impressed with that. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Really, really well done to him. But there are your top 9 drivers. Sunderland sadly not doing a time, but it's HOR on pole position. Second, the Annihilator. Jay in third. I've only just now realised I could call you Joel, but we'll stick with Jay, I think, for now. Pisa in 4th position. Kev in 5th position. A solid qualifying from him. Banksy sadly running out of time to do another run. In 6th position. Rudd in 7th position. He could be a little bit of a threat, and the screen's just cut me off. That's just you can't do that, can you? That's just not nice. But we are about to have a 5-minute interval before race time. That's a really, really exciting qualifying session. Really have enjoyed that. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. An invite. Let's have a chat with Toro Roscoe's Roscoe. Where are you? There you are. Ah.
Hello.
Hello indeed, Ross. How are you?
I'm okay. Listen, see when the race starts?
A restart?
2 seconds. No. Wait a minute. When the race starts,
Yep.
put on the telemetry so you know how much ERS they've got as well.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, yep. Will do.
Obviously, qualifying, mate, was listening. Fantastic. Right?
Alright, brilliant. Thank you.
Just another one more thing for qualifying. You needed to have the lap telemetry up.
Okay,
you
yeah.
know, obviously for the times.
Yep, sorry.
You can get to see how much quicker they are, you know, in each sector.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you know, do a good job, man. I can you're doing it by yourself.
It's hard. There's already been a couple of.
You've got to have content, you know. You've got to keep going by yourself, and it's like, obviously, if you've got another commentator, you can bounce off, you know.
Yeah, gotcha.
Talk about the track, talk about the racers, you know.
Absolutely. Now, that's...
just hope Smithy's back for next race.
Yeah, hopefully, absolutely. He would be a big help, let me tell you that. But yeah, a good qualifying from yourself, bud. Sadly out of the top 10.
My setup reset itself.
Aye. Well, let's...
Thank you too. Like, literally went back to the balance.
Oh,
setup.
I see.
So
Okay,
it's completely
gotcha.
ruined my car setup for the race.
Oh,
but
I got you.
I've got tyre choice.
Indeed,
I can
yes.
just survive and get points.
What do you think is the strategy around here?
1 stop, mediums to hards.
Medium to hard, okay.
I mean, if you're
Fantastic.
brave, you can maybe try hards to softs. If you're
I'd say
brave,
that's a bit of a risk. Yeah, I'd say that's a bit of a risk. I mean, the hard tyres around here, they
but
will last, but they will not have as much pace as the medium.
yeah, I mean, in practice, I did 20 laps on them.
Oh
I
wow,
think it's a
okay.
29 lap race.
I was thinking more 36 laps. I was thinking there and thereabouts. It was around 50%. I think it's 36. I could be wrong, or it's 26. No, sorry, I think it's 26. That sounds a bit more realistic. My apologies if that is wrong. But yeah, any
Mm,
predictions for whereabouts you could finish in the race?
Point. That's all I'm hoping for.
Points, okay.
Um, and it is. Does it tell me? God damn
If you'd like a what's name, a nice confidence boost for you, you are 13 points ahead of your nearest rival, the Annihilator, who I believe is on the front row of the grid. How are you feeling for his race?
it. 51. So we went 51, half of that. 20, 26, 27.
Yeah,
No, it's like 25, 26 laps.
yes,
So,
indeed,
so you could do it one stop on hards to softs. It's
indeed,
doable.
absolutely. Potentially a two-stop if the tyre wear is a bit of a problem,
Just
but
depends on the safety car.
absolutely, and that's a very big chance, I'd say, around Baku. I mean, anything is possible around here.
It's it's either a safety car or you knock your wing or a collision in front of you and you just get caught up in it. You
Absolutely,
know,
it's
anything can happen on Baku.
absolutely indeed. Well, we hope
Right,
for a
on.
great race from yourself and all
Yes,
of the drivers. But thank you for spending time here with me. Um,
yes.
whether the 5 minutes is up, whether I'm saying goodbye to you early or not, is another story. So my apologies if I am.
That's okay. No, no, it's fine. It's still got like a minute
Oh,
of it.
okay, sorry.
So,
I'm keen for this race to
um,
start. You know, it's going to
I
be a
know, mate.
brilliant
Me too.
race.
Me too.
Okay,
But yeah, I'll speak to you after the race.
that sounds like a
Um,
good plan.
get your thoughts. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Right, take
Likewise
it
for
easy.
yourself. You too as well. Good luck.
Right, bye.
See you later. Team Roscoe's Ross there speaking to us there for a couple of minutes. Very nice and enthusiastic for the race. Big time one stop, but he's questioning the hards. You know, it's a difficult call, but you know he does bring up the point of safety cars, and safety cars around Baku is definitely a thing of the past. I mean, if I'm sure everyone has watched the F1 2018 race around Baku, it was possibly the best Grand Prix potentially of all time, and 2017 as well for that matter, where Lewis Hamilton famously, in some ways, brake checked Sebastian Vettel, and then Sebastian returning the favour of ramming into his car, but then getting a 10-second penalty. But most of the drivers here now ready to go. 5 seconds. Hopefully there is game sound for this. If there isn't, I can only apologise. But let's see ourselves a good race here, as I believe we are going to be on the formation lap. Yep, we are on the formation lap. So to go through the top 10 runners on tyres situation. So HOR, the Annihilator, Jay, Pisa, Kev, Banksy, Rudd. Oh no, not Rudd, sorry. Rob, who's sadly not with us at this present time because he has had a problem. Sunderland and Saint. So all of the top runners, apart from 7th place Rudd Dex, are on the medium tyre. Roscoe has decided to go for the medium tyre, so he's going for a one stop. I would have said about lap 13. Those tyres will go, but they are fresh, so they'll be much fresher than the drivers in front of them. They'll probably be doing about 10, 12 laps, maybe even 9 laps. But yeah, 26 laps around this fabulous Azerbaijan Grand Prix track. Matty, I think, has been disqualified, as well as Goofy. They're both on the hard tyre. So, very interesting strategies there. As F1 Rob Chad is also on hards. And Vanilla and Spoon and Taz and, thank God, not Dr. Lewis. They're also on the hard compound tyre. But Dr. Lewis is also on the medium tyre, and he's, I'm sure, hoping not to do what he did in qualifying, and that was hit the castle section. As we now ride on board with HOR. Not slowing down the pack, he just wants to get this formation lap out of the way. By the looks of things, you'll be seeing a lot of cars doing weaving just to warm up their tyres there as Banksy goes past Rudd Dex there. If I had any predictions, I would say that Rudd Dex would be potentially the first out of the top 10 to pit, because those soft tyres will not last the distance of the medium. So, but he could be a threat at the start of the Grand Prix, maybe about lap 3, lap 4, could have problems with the softs, but he's the only driver on the soft tyre. But let's get everything up. Sorry, oh hello. As here we go. All the cars now forming up on the grid. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights for round 4 here at Baku, and it's lights out and away we go. It looks like it's a good start from HOR, defending there from the Annihilator. There's nice side by side, a little bit of contact into T1 there, as everyone looks like they've got round it beautifully, as there's been a dramas already. My goodness me, there's been contact everywhere. This is the contact, sorry, the action we were talking about of a potential safety car. Baku is a tough street circuit, as a lot of drivers have been already involved. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but my goodness me, an absolute big disaster for those runners who were involved. I think Matty G was in call. Oh hello, we've got another problem there. It's Goofy. He's gone round on the hard tyre and he has sadly retired from the Grand Prix. Not a good day in the office, as also we got Kev off at the first sector. Rob sadly not with us. He's also got front wing damage. There's those yellow flags in sector 1 and 2, and there's a car off at the castle section. It is F1 Rob Chaz. My goodness me, it's all kicked off here on lap 1. My goodness me, lots of incidents. Sorry that I'm not getting the footage, but an absolute belter of a start there from HOR. He did what he had to do from P1. He knew he had to get a good start to keep ahead of the Annihilator, who's up in second place, only 6/10 behind him. But then to have done a great start, as the battle for third place here with Jay and Banksy. Banksy going around the outside here into turn 1, potentially. Doesn't look like he's got the straight line speed. Can he get round him on the outside? There'll be a late braking contest, so we can't get a good camera angle. I can't tell if he's done it. Banksy gone around the outside. He's done the move into P3. How about that? A great move there from Banksy. Solid stuff. Roscoe also had a brilliant start, avoiding all the chaos, I think. I don't think he has any damage. Getting up into P6, an absolute belter of a start. But Dr. Lewis, my goodness me, he's definitely turned around his fortune from qualifying into 8th place, from 18th on the grid already into the points. Fantastic stuff, as we see a lot of action there in the pits. It'll be interesting to see what tyres they go on. Vanilla, I think, was one of them. Saint on the soft tyre. He'll be potentially doing another stop, I would have thought. Vanilla on the medium. Pizza sadly involved in that accident, as there's yellow flags in turn 2. Let's have a look at this. It's Sunderland! He's crashed off at the castle section. Oh my goodness me! As Sunderland is trying to move out the way for other drivers to get through. That's a big disappointment there for Sunderland. He was hoping for big points today. Oh, that's such a disappointment for him. But Dr. Lewis again, oh, a little bit of contact there with the wall. in P7. Now, 11th position. Sorry, I'm about to have a sneeze again. Oh, mind you, it looks like he's lost part of his front wing end plate there on the right-hand side. We're going to watch HOR Daz here. As, yeah, look at that. Dr. Lewis is definitely struggling. He's gone straight into the barrier. Oh, my goodness me, another retirement. Dr. Lewis, the commentator's curse has struck him. Oh, no, he was having a good race. As Roscoe comes into the pits on the medium, whether he got damage of some sort, I'm sorry we couldn't get that, but Dr. Lewis striking the commentator's curse to prove that it is a thing, but it looks, yeah, Roscoe sadly having his front wing changed, so he must have had some big time damage there, as he is now gone on to the hard tyre. So 23 laps on the hard tyre. I'm not sure if that's possible, but he's going to give it a good go here as he has DRS. We'll try and keep in touch with the guys who are in battles. So let's have a look through the grid, shall we? So we've got currently in P1 is HOR Johto doing a fabulous job, saving his ERS on 44%. The Annihilator in P2 doing a bit better on his ERS, but he is 1.2 seconds behind. Banksy moves up a position from his starting position, 3 places, so a fantastic start for him with a beautiful outside move, as Dr. Lewis has sadly left and there's yellow flags in sector 2. We will try and find out that, and there is nothing, as we do receive a comment. I will check that out very, very soon. Apologies, but yeah, my goodness me, what a start. As Rob Deggs, has got a DNF. I don't know how that happened. I didn't catch that. I'm very sorry. Big disappointment from him. He was one of the guys on the soft tyres, I believe. He could have made an impact, but I'm really surprised there's not been a safety car with already 3 drivers out of this Grand Prix. As, we've got a big problem there with Spoon. He's just now completely tattered his front wing. You see the red brake lights there, cool. Whoa, sorry, the inside brake line discs glow up there. He's going to really struggle through here, as Kev, I think, might have damage as well, but he's in overtake mode. Whether he does have a problem, it's another story, but he does have DRS, and yes, Spoon lets him go. Big shame there for Spoon. He's going to have to sadly pit. What tyres will he go on? I will not know until we next see him, which will hopefully be very soon. But unbelievable stuff. Let's see who's got the fastest lap currently. It is HOR Joe with a 143.9. I would have thought those times would go down, and Jay there with a very noticeable corner cut there. That will be investigated, I would have thought, by the stewards here today. Let's check out how big the gap is, as funnily enough the second commentator has just now come online. That's quite funny. Let's have a look how big the gap is. Sorry, let's get that up. Tyres, no, we don't want that. Positions, no. Yeah, here we go, that's better. There we go, 0.3 of a second behind him, as there's been a move down for P11. Rob Chad going through past Sunderland as there's more yellow flags. But the Annihilator now very hot on the heels of HOR. HOR with a lot of ERS to play with, and by the looks of things, the Annihilator has been told to speed up. So we're going to watch this battle for a little bit, potentially, as we've got a lot of battles happening through the field. Sunderland and Kev also having a big scrap there for 12th place. Sorry that we can't keep the camera angle on just one driver. We've got to cover up all the action. Yeah, here we are coming into the castle section as Roscoe has retired. Oh my goodness me, the championship leader has a DNF. I'm not sure how that's happened. My goodness. Oh, well, it looks like he's gone out completely. He's run wide, maybe? I think he lost his braking point. That's unbelievable. He was saying in the interview just 5 laps ago, about 10 minutes ago, as he now comes into the party. Ross, what happened there?
I got flipped and I just couldn't be asked fitting again. So, aye,
Gotcha.
I'm your new commentator.
Yeah, there you go. As the safety car has come out at this present time, finally, we were wondering when this was actually gonna happen, but yeah, Rob, big disappointment as your championship rival, the Annihilator, is in second place. We're not sure exactly what he's going to do, but it looks like he's about to box, actually. He has boxed. What tyres will he go on? But yeah,
if he's
Ross,
smart, he'll jump on the hards.
I reckon he
If
will
he's
as
smart,
well.
he'll jump on the hards and sit behind the safety car for probably 3 laps.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
those tyres will be good till the end.
Absolutely, indeed.
And
Yes, he is on
if he builds
hards.
up enough of a gap, he could easily jump in, box for softs and try and get a fastest lap.
Well, there you go. That could be the strategy, but HOR thinks wisely to stay on the medium. Is that the move that you would do if you were in his position? Would you do exactly what the Annihilator has done? Would you do what?
Yes, I would all.
Would you really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, well, there it is.
It's literally a free pit stop.
Indeed, that is a very good point. As Banksy now moves up into P2, he's had a very storming Grand Prix. What happened, do you think, on lap 1 with the turn 2 incident? Could you tell us what happened?
I was at the back of that. I think someone outbroke themselves.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to have to interrupt you. It's come up with Banksy has been disqualified. And yes, he has been disqualified. My goodness me. We were only just
disqualified.
My goodness me. That's unbelievable. For ignoring yellow flags, I think, was the issue. My goodness, another commentator's curse right there. For Banksy, he was looking like he could.
Oh, and Daz is out
and
of the race
Daz
as
is
well.
also retired.
Daz has hit the castle section wall.
Oh my goodness me.
I'll see if I can catch it up with F1 Rob Chad.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, it's at the top
there
of
it
the
is,
hill.
yeah.
At the castle section.
Absolutely. That's unbelievable. Lots of drivers have been struggling there.
Yes. There's at least 2 drivers been retired from there. Rob has also had a spin there. But there's now 11 drivers left in the race.
Unbelievable.
One more, then it's guaranteed points.
Indeed, yeah. Lots of the teams
and driver.
Absolutely. But have a look at this. HOR, who is not on a fresh set of mediums, has the Annihilator on fresh hards behind him. What do you think could potentially happen with these two? Do you think these two can scrap the position?
I know Niall's got his pace, but I don't know if the pace is quick enough to keep a hold of Giotto with those medium tyres.
Yes.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Aye. As Jay is on soft tyres. By the looks of things, I think he's pitted for soft. So he's potentially going for a fastest lap.
That might be a snake. That might be a mistake, going on to the soft tyres.
That is true. The softs will potentially go. When do you think the tyres will go of the soft tyres?
Soft tyres will last you maybe 6 to 7 laps.
6-7 laps predicted.
The medium tyre was supposed to last you until about 20.
Hello.
Sorry,
yes.
No, it was 17.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to cut you off a little bit there. Sunderland has been given a 5-second penalty with a collision with Kev under the safety car. I'm not sure how that's technically possible, but only 10 cars running, which means that is guaranteed points for these top 10 drivers here. Sorry, as you were saying, Ross.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened.
It's something that's going to be looked after the race, isn't it?
There's definitely a few incidents probably going to be after the Lumen.
Absolutely.
So Sunderland had a severe collision with Kev.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the racing incidents. Lots of big accidents. You had a collision with Sunderland on lap 2, apparently, Ross. Do you remember what happened?
I did. He crashed in at the castle section, and I was half a second behind him, and I just got collected.
So an innocent bystander, as it were.
Yes, and that's why I had to box on lap 2.
I see, gotcha. Well, did you think you could have made those hard tyres last when you pitted?
Yes.
Really?
I would have struggled, but I would have made them last to the end of the race.
Understandably. But the safety car staying out for another lap. Looks like it's going quite slow to me, Ross.
Safety car?
A little bit.
Well, I think what it'll be is because Pezza and Sunderland haven't caught up the safety car queue yet.
I see, yes, that is a very good point.
Pezza's had 4 pit stops.
My goodness me. Let's have a look actually at how many pit stops all of the drivers have. Let's have a look.
Giotto and Matty G are the only 2 not to pit.
Wow. But they are in good positions. HOR obviously with the track position, and Matty on the hards. So potentially he might get some... Do you think he could switch to the soft tyre? If he could manage these hards?
Matty isn't very good on his tyres. Oh, Jesus.
What's happened?
Sorry. Pezza almost went into the back of Sunderland.
Ooh.
He's obviously going fast, catching up to that safety car queue.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to get disqualified, as Banksy has. The second place, he's got to be gutted. I would have thought. You know, second place and then getting disqualified.
Well, Banksy has given me a message.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What has he said?
Basically, he's been disqualified for nothing, apparently.
For nothing. Oh, okay. As race control has
safety
come
car.
over, safety car is in this lap. So here we go. How much will HOR back these drivers up? This is going to be an interesting restart.
Well, if you watch the leading 3, I'll get the next 3.
Yep, let's do it. Oh,
and
I think he's moved up. It's quite a fast pace, I'd say, here from HOR. Surprised he's not backed up the pack, as I think... Oh my goodness me, what's happened there? I'm not sure what's happened
flagging
there.
and away they go.
And indeed, yep, here we go. We are back to racing here, as these guys are going to be struggling with their brake temperatures, and I think there's a car which has just gone round there. I could be wrong, but...
Oh,
it looks like...
great man. Oh, there's another collision.
Hello, collision, yes, heard.
Sunderland
involved. We'll try and get
Sunderland involved
in there, but
I think he has lost a bit of his front wing.
Oh my goodness, that could be a big problem there. Do you think he'll have to pit? He is on soft tyres.
It is the front left, the end plate is gone on that car.
My goodness. We'll stick here with the top runners, but HOR with a great restart, leading from Jay as move for 9th place. Sunderland moves up as Saint now also moves up into P5. Looks like he did it down the inside of Matty. A good move, I would say. But yeah, HOR doing the best restart I think he could have done, and also Jay getting past the Annihilator, who could be struggling on those hard tyres. Ross, what do you think?
Well, Joel's on the soft, so he's got the better tyres. I think they're like 1.8 or 1.9 seconds faster than those hard tyres.
Wow.
A lap. So he's got the pace at the moment, but he needs to build a gap.
Absolutely. The Annihilator will potentially come back, as there's another move for 6th place here with Vanilla. We're going to watch this, as Vanilla looks like he's going down the inside of Saint for for position. These guys are definitely not in the same team as far as I know. Saint holding it around the outside. Looks like he's outbraked himself there. Almost into the barrier, unless if there was damage, but I didn't think there was any. No contact whatsoever. Looks like he's struggling on those hard tyres. Roscoe.
Yeah, I'm looking at the leaders at the moment. Joel is slightly catching Giotto.
Yes, indeed.
So I think
Gap's
now
down half a second, under
tyres
half a
have switched
second.
on for Joel.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to be hunting.
That was a bit of lag.
Yeah, there is a little bit of lag.
Right on his gearbox now.
This is fantastic.
It should be interesting going into the castle section now.
It's going to be bold getting down the inside though. I don't think you can get 2 cars around here, can you?
No, you cannot. I have tried it. It does not work.
That's a good call, as there's yellow flags in sector 2. Not sure what that's happened there, as Sunderland is now 10 seconds off the pace of Peter for 9th place. But one thing we cannot stress enough, that these drivers will all be guaranteed a point out of this Grand Prix, whether they retire or not. As
well, they have to complete 75% of race distance to get that last point.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt with Jay. I think potentially hitting the wall there. I think coming out of the sweeping right-hander onto the straight. Whether that's damage or not, I couldn't tell you. But DRS has finally been enabled by race control as we enter lap 11. But the Annihilator is poised. I think he's in the best position. What do you think, Ross, on those hard tyres?
He's keeping up with them. He's got the pace to keep up with them, and both of these drivers in front will have to pit at some point.
Absolutely.
So that's at least 22 seconds lost in the pits.
Absolutely.
Oh, and
Sunderland is out. Oh, hello. We've got big dramas here in the pit lane as well, as Saints and Spoon have come into the pit, as well as Matty, I believe. Let's find out what tyres they are on. Saint is on the hard tyre. I would have thought he would get to the end. Spoon is on a set of medium tyres. I think he'll struggle at the end. And Matty G on a set of soft tyres.
Well, he's definitely going to have to pit again on those soft tyres.
Absolutely. Absolutely indeed.
But Annihilator is right on the gearbox now of Joel. Yeah, well, and with DRS activated the last lap,
absolutely,
he just needs to stick with him, and he'll probably get him down.
Oh, hello, there's been front wing there. There's a bit of front wing there. Bit of damage.
Nice
lets him
move.
through. Yep, solid move. Down the inside, a fabulous move there from the Annihilator, but the gap is 2.5 seconds out to leader. But remember, the leader does need to make a pit stop. What tyres he'll go on, we're not too sure, but I would have said the hard tyre, Ross, if I was in HOR's shoes. As HOR has actually come into the pit. He has come in the pit, as well as Joel, yes, indeed.
It will be hard tyres now. It will be hard tyres now.
It will be hard. And yes, look at that.
Oh, and a bit of a start.
That's hurt Jay's race right there. And he's also got to deal with a front wing change, and the mechanics aren't ready. Right there. Oh no, sorry, they were, sorry. He's going on a set of mediums, I think, as... who was that who got past him? It was F1 Chad Robb going past. I think he is on medium tyres. No, sorry, he's on soft tyres. So a lot of drivers here going on the soft tyre. That's a bit of a bold call, because they will need to stop again. Ross, is there any reason why these drivers could be going on to the soft tyres? I think we've lost Rob. I'll try and allegedly answer that question back to him. Hopefully he's okay. We are now on board with... We were a little bit on board there. Yeah, let's stay on board with Vanilla for a little bit. Let's talk about his race so far. He's having a good race. He's only made one stop. His tyres are 10 laps old, so he's gonna pit soon, I would have thought, to the hard tyre. But yeah, running in second place, he's doing a great job. But the Annihilator, I'd say is odds-on favourite. 6-lap-old Hans. Remember, he did pit under the safety car, but he might struggle a little bit at the end with about 2 laps remaining. But he's definitely in the driver's seat for winning this Grand Prix. But don't discount any drivers yet. As Vinales stays out on those medium tyres, 11 laps old. They might be coming to the end of their lifespan. Not really a battle happening. The drivers have kind of spread themselves out. Matty and P9, sorry, on very fresh softs, is almost hitting the barriers there. Saint on hard tyre. He might go to the end. He might be able to undercut Jay and Rob Chad, potentially even Pisa as well, unless if he makes a mistake, which no one wants to see. But so far a very, very hectic Grand Prix. Only 9 cars left out of these guys, so these guys are guaranteed a minimum of 2 points under over 75% race distance. Angel now coming through Castle section. Such a tight few corners there. We've seen a lot of drivers make mistakes there through qualifying, and he's just now hit the barrier. Oh no, not another commentator's curse. Surely not. Surely not. He doesn't have damage, does he? I hope he doesn't. It looks like his front end plate is missing. Oh my goodness me. The commentator's curse. Oh, I think we may as well name this the commentator's curse Grand Prix. This is unbelievable. Can't quite believe it. But will he stick to the end? Looks like he isn't. He's not going to, as Sunderland wants an interview. We will. Let's get him into the party. Let's see what he has to say about that Grand Prix. Big shame for Sunderland for that instant where he had to sadly retire. Hang on a second, I can't get him. As HR comes out on medium tyre. Sorry, the medium tyres. Has DRS behind Saint. Now, will there be team orders? The two are on clearly different strategies. Saint, I would have thought, is... Oh, he's gone into the wall there! And he lets his teammate go. Not another commentator's curse. My goodness me. The commentator's curse around Baku, as it turns out, is the biggest thing that's ever hit this track, as it turns out. Hopefully he can finish. I think he does want to box, but let's ride a little bit on board here with the Annihilator, who's doing a great job after pitting behind that safety car. As, oh my goodness me, no, not again. Another commentator's curse. He's also hit the barrier, and he has lost part of his front wing, but will he... Sunderland, I'm allegedly inviting you. Sorry, and the Annihilator's in. The Annihilator has pitted in. And so is Vanilla on the looks of things. So it could leave Pizza here for a potential change of the lead. Coming down the main straight, doing 200 miles an hour. I think he could be in the lead as HOR gets past Joel, and Joel is slowing down. He's also got front wing damage as he now comes into the pits as well. My goodness me. Oh, hello, we got another battle of the teammates for second place here. Sorry, Sunderland, we will get you in for an interview for a quick second. Sorry, it's all kicking off here as the Annihilator goes around the outside of Vanilla into P3 again. But my goodness, what a Grand Prix. And we're just over half distance. And Ross, my goodness mate, you have missed a lot of action. My goodness, Sunderland...
I've at least seen the action.
Yes. It's
I've
all
least
been
seen
kicking
it,
off.
actually. I've just not been talking about the action. But yes, there's been a lot more pit stops. Pezza seems to find himself in a great position.
Absolutely, yes.
Maybe
But
he could get a race win.
potentially, yeah. Hopefully he can. I mean, 8 laps old,
Oh, here
medium
comes Annihilator
tyres.
though on Rob Chad.
Yes, indeed. Here
Is he
we
going to
go.
get him into this braking zone? No, he's going to
No,
think
not
better of
yet.
it.
Yes, absolutely. He's got a lot
If
of
he's
DRS
smart,
to
he'll
play
think.
with. Both
If he's
drivers with a
smart,
lot
he'll
of
think
DRS.
about it down the DRS straight and just keep hold of him.
Absolutely, yeah. And Annihilator needs a good exit.
There you go.
He's got it.
He's whacked into overtake now.
Absolutely, yeah. Both drivers.
He's right on board with him now.
Absolutely. Can he get DRS? He is under a second, and yes, he does get the DRS. And he is going
He's going to have
be
to
in
try and
full
get him
attack
into the
mode.
braking zone because he's too far back.
Yeah, 8
He's
tenths.
too far back to make a move.
No, he sadly can't do a Daniel Ricciardo here at this present in time, as HOR Giotto gets a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 42.3, and Ross, I believe Sunderland would like to have an interview right now. I've been trying to get him into the party, but I have been doing a commentary's job as the Annihilator thinks about doing a move on Rob Chad there. Looks like Rob's starting to struggle on those soft tyres.
Into that corner.
Indeed, absolutely. This could be a change of position for second place. As
he's on the outside.
He's gone the outside. He's going to have the inside here. A little bit of contact. They're both leaving each other's space. This is fantastic stuff. Look at this. It's still side by side as the Annihilator does get the move done. Fantastic racing there.
Great manoeuvre.
From the man in second place in the Drivers' Championship. How about that, Ross?
That's a great manoeuvre. A little bit of contact.
I think that was fair racing.
Rob wants to, whether or not Rob wants to throw up a flag for it or not, but certainly it was from.
Oh no! As Rob has just gone straight into the. Oh, now that
straight into the back of him there.
My goodness! I think he just lost. I think he had. Yeah, look at that. He's lost a little bit of front wing of that on his car. That could be a big problem.
Saint with the body up.
Indeed. My goodness. I think his tyres are starting to go off. They are 4 laps old. But my goodness me. With 10 laps to go. Sorry, no, 9 laps to go, sorry. Zeno has to come in for a pit stop.
Rob pits from third position.
A little bit of wing damage. But how about this for a battle? We've got HOR Giotto right behind Vanilla for the podium positions, with both drivers on very similar old medium tyres. Vanilla should have a tiny advantage as his mediums are only 1 lap younger tyres, but let's try and get Sunderland in there for it. Right. Oh, has he?
And Annihilator takes the lead.
Oh, hello, look at this.
Before the cattle
Fabulous. Fabulous stuff there from the... Oh, hello, and Vince, I think, has just lost a little bit of front wing as well. As Sunderland has joined us here for an interview. Sunderland... What happened in that Grand Prix for you?
Oh, hold off for that in 2 seconds. Joe, oh my god, oh, he's had a bit contact.
Look at that. Oh,
he's had to go over the apex.
Absolutely. A risky move going in too wide for that corner. I don't think that's possible, but HOR staying back for this main straight. I think he will get him here with DRS. Ross, what do you think?
We've put it into 4 overtake. We'll probably run a rich mix.
Yeah,
it's an easy overtake here.
Yeah, look at this.
Vanilla is just a passenger.
Yeah, nothing he can do. He can only just think that his car is Honda powered.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Absolutely. But can Vanilla maybe mount a charge back? I mean, he has DRS here. He's thrown it up into overtake.
Well, there's definitely a podium in it for him if he keeps it sound, because Pezza will have to pit again.
Absolutely.
There's no way Pezza will not keep those medium tyres till the end of the race.
Absolutely not. I mean, it'll be a bit of a gamble, but
Giotto catching him up as well.
Indeed,
that wing damage is slowing him down as well as tyre wear.
Absolutely. He's got to pit soon, I would have thought. The gap only 2.5 tenths, up to 3 tenths now. But yeah, look at that. Oh, a little bit of contact! A little bit of contact! Goes into the back end there of Pizza, but he gets...
I mean, this is hindering Giotto's challenge for a win.
Absolutely.
He needs to get past him quick to at least try and catch the Annihilator.
Absolutely. And the Annihilator has boxed on to the medium tyre around 3 laps ago. But if you were HOR, would you think about another pits? Actually, no, that's a stupid question. As your car coming into... No, it's okay. It's okay. Please don't die.
Oh, Giotto will have DRS here.
Yep, here we go.
Right on board.
Oh,
Pezza,
a little bit of weaving.
A little bit of a late manoeuvre.
Very late, but HOR down the outside.
Oh, he's on the inside. He's clipped the barrier.
Clipped it a little bit.
I think that's his left front end plate now is gone as well.
My goodness. But he still does have DRS, but you've got to look out for Vanilla in the background as well. Both drivers. Yep, Saint has pitted indeed, as I think we have Sunderland here. My goodness, apologies for the wait. Sunderland.
It's okay.
A DNF. What happened that race for you? It looked like you were having a very tough time around here.
Well, personally, I believe I had a brilliant start off the grid. I moved up 2 positions before the first corner, and then I started to gain more and more. Then later on in the race, I started to get problems. I started to collide with walls, lose traction in my tyres, so I pitted upwards of 4 times, I think. And at the end of it, I crashed into Castle and lost my front wing. Like completely had no front wing, so I was trying to crawl it back home, and the car slipped from underneath me, and my wheel unfortunately came off the car, so I had to DNF. So unfortunately for obviously LonelyLarry.com, I'm not performing the best I possibly can, like I did last race where I got P5, but let's hopefully in the next race I'll be able to come back stronger and possibly even get podium.
Absolutely, yeah, well we do wish you all the best for the next race, but you do get potentially 1 point out of this Grand Prix. That's got to be a tiny positive. Granted, it's not a huge 25.
It is a positive because me and Matty are trying our best to...
How many laps he has done?
How many
laps did you do?
I think I did 12.
10 laps. You probably won't get a point. It's not within the 75%. So the last point scoring position as it stands now is Matty G with 2 points.
Wow, my goodness.
Well, at least we're going to get some points for Lonely Larry.
Indeed.
Constructor points, you know.
Yeah.
They are important. Do you still think you could be a threat in the Drivers' Championship there, Sunderland?
Well, it is early stages. I mean, Niall is pulling an absolute lead in the championship. So in the Drivers' Championship, I could come back, but it just depends on if I'm making consistent race finishes instead of like today. But if me and Matty work together and get better as working as a team, since obviously I'm the newest driver on the grid, aside from Albino Spoon, I'm the rookie, so we need to just work out where we need to work as a team to develop more points for the entire race. So possibly the drivers, I could come back if I'm consistent and I do well in each race. The Constructors' Championship, I think we've got a shot. I think we've got a shot if we do well.
Okay, well, fantastic. How can I put this? Sorry, I'm now lost for words now.
Well,
Well, thank you very much.
Fantastic
The
statement.
race is kind of calmed
Yes, there
down
you
at
go.
the moment.
Indeed.
It's kind of been neutralised.
Indeed.
Yep.
With 5 laps to go, the top 9 and last remaining 9 are the Annihilator first, Johto in second, Vanilla in third, Rob Chad in fourth, Pezza in fifth.
I will let you guys see
Spoon
off the rest
in
of this
sixth.
Grand Prix, so enjoy yourselves and have a good race, mate. See you later.
Yep.
Thank you very much,
Take it easy,
Sunderland.
mate.
Thank you for having us, mate. A disappointing result, but he's still sounding very positive for the rest of the championship, which is exactly the kind of driver mentality you do need.
Oh, Joel's gone deep into the first corner.
Joel, yep, sorry, yep. On that.
Yep, just to quickly finish off with the last of the drivers. Saint is in 7th, Joel in 8th, and Matty G finds himself in 9th.
Of course.
And it's not really dead last, it's the last of the runners.
But it's a nice 2 points for LarryRacing.com.
Yes.
Indeed. So
Now
here we
Pezza
are.
is caught up to the back of Rob Chad. Now Rob Chad must have had an accident at the castle section.
Yep, indeed.
Oh, he's gone
down the inside.
brave into there.
Look at
really
that.
brave into
Fabulous. Fabulous overtake there. But I don't think Rob Chad can do too much.
there. Yeah, I think Rob's hindering by that front wing. So he might have to box. Now if he boxes,
Well,
it will drop him back into about 7th position.
Yeah, seventh position, maybe even 8th if the stop has a delay with the clutch issue, which is possible, or maybe even a late front wing change. But let's ride on board with them here, as it looks like yes, he is now coming into the pits. Definitely a no-brainer to go on the soft tyres. Wouldn't you agree, Ross?
Yes, try and get a fastest lap.
Absolutely,
An extra
yeah.
point.
Absolutely, help out the constructors a bit there.
And at the front of the race, Johto is actually catching the Annihilator.
Indeed, yes.
He's pulling a couple of tenths out.
A little bit, yeah. Gap is 2 seconds, 2.0 seconds, but it's definitely stabilising. Definitely the Annihilator really pushing. HOR is pushing even harder by the looks of things.
It may look a simple track, Baku, but it's a very technical track. You got to keep it away from the walls.
Absolutely.
It's the golden rule around Baku and at Monaco. Keep it away from those walls.
Absolutely.
Tight tracks.
Once
Not
you hit
many
them-
overtaking positions on corners.
No. But we've seen a couple of
down-
great ones, though.
Oh, some good manoeuvres.
Absolutely.
Annihilator having a good couple,
Absolutely, yes.
and
Doing a
Pezza
great
on Rob.
Yes, indeed. But words can't say how much money front wings are being wasted. I'm going to estimate at least 20,000 million, if that's a possible number. But
Do a bit of research on that and just how much a front wing for a Formula 1 car actually costs. But I'm pretty sure it would run you up at least $500,000 right now. How
At
many
least.
front wings? I mean, my car's completely destroyed. So there's a full Formula 1 car. There's a few others that completely wrecked. But Johto is currently the fastest man on track.
Absolutely, yeah, he's
With that 142.3 for the fastest lap and the extra point.
indeed. But can he take the full maximum 26 points here off the Annihilator? This is, I think, the battle we're going to stay with for potentially the rest of the Grand Prix here, with 3 laps
The last
remaining.
3 laps, the Annihilator dropping back a little bit.
He's lost
And
2 tenths in that.
Johto though was running in hot lap for a while. He's trying to catch up that time. He's only 1.1,
Look at
almost
that,
into
1.2.
DRS zone.
Absolutely, yeah. He might even be able to get
Almost into
DRS
that
here.
I think he's just missed it. I just think he's
Yeah,
missed the
just
activation
about,
point.
yeah. very, very close.
But he'll get it down the second DRS straight.
Absolutely.
It's going to be an interesting battle.
Absolutely,
I've seen both these do some crazy manoeuvres to get past people.
Indeed. Let's hope these two do not crash. And we've already caused a lot of commentators' curses. And I hope we don't cause another one. As HOR now has the DRS and is not using any ERS whatsoever. That's key here, as the Annihilator still has 60% of ERS remaining.
Well, Giotto is sitting on 37, but he's also running in 0 ERS as well.
Oh,
We're
absolutely.
both trying to save up for the last couple of laps.
Absolutely. What would
I think
you
it's
do
going to be
if
all
you were
guns
in...
blazing.
Absolutely. What would
I'd
you do
probably
if
be
you were
doing
in
the
this
same.
situation?
I'd probably be doing the same. Maybe save it, have a push maybe next lap.
Yeah. Hello.
With the collision.
HO a little bit into the
And
barriers
he's lost
there.
his front left end plate, so
that could
that's
hinder
going to
him.
hinder.
Absolutely. And yeah, look at that, the gap going straight up to 1.3 seconds after that mistake. 0.3 of a second. That's all it takes just to lose a little bit of front wing here around this track. We'll see what he does around there. Nice and very, very close.
A
into
few
the
honourable
wall there.
mentions. Vanilla is up 12 positions.
Absolutely, yes.
And
Vanilla on the podium.
He starts 15th on the grid and on the podium at the moment.
Absolutely.
Pezza is the only man on track to stay in his position.
Indeed.
And he has done 5 pit stops.
Absolutely, that's fantastic stuff.
And Albino Spoon in his first Grand Prix with CRH is up 11 positions into 5th and looking secure in that 5th, maybe,
I should
depending
think
on what Sabe can do at the back here. He's got a lot of airs.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's got a lot of airs. He's going to have to go in this last lap if he wants to catch him.
I would have thought so. Both the drivers on 13 lap old medium tyres for Spoon, and Saint on 5 lap old soft tyres. So I'd say about the tyre degradation will start to kick in for both of these drivers here, as Saint gets a little bit loose coming out of the flat out right hand that a couple of drivers had problems with in qualifying, especially Sunderland. That was something I should have asked him about actually. But here we are now on lap 25. Your race leader is still the Annihilator, followed by HOR Johto, and third, and could be potential driver of the day, from me, is Vanilla.
Well, Saint is in DRS
Yes.
and trying to catch down Spoon.
Here we go, the battle for 5th place. We will definitely keep an eye out of both drivers doing a great job respectively for their teams. Spoon having a little bit less ERS, but
Saint saving his. He's only on medium airs.
Yes, indeed, absolutely.
And with a full lap to go, he might get it. Albino's got to defend to keep that 5th position.
Absolutely, coming up into the castle.
On.
They're both
Nice
taking
and
it. Yes, indeed, both taking it nice and steady. They don't want to destroy their positions, as Saint gets a little bit loose again.
And the Annihilator starts his final lap.
Absolutely.
In the lead of this Grand Prix at Azerbaijan.
Absolutely, indeed. He timed his stops with the safety car perfectly when that came out on lap 6. He's done an absolute belter of a race, but sadly he got front wing damages. Yellow flags in sector 1, as Spoon here right behind Saint for position 5. This is the difference between 10 points in the constructors and 8
I don't know if
points.
that's going to be an illegal overtake.
Is it? Oh, hello.
Now, those yellow flags. Whether those yellow flags finished as he made the manoeuvre.
Absolutely, that'll be looked into.
It looks like it though.
Absolutely. But can Spoon challenge here with DRS using mode 3, but so is Saint. Do you now watch the
Annihilator has 4 corners to go.
Indeed.
4 corners and a kink to the right and a long straight.
Indeed. He has done a fabulous Grand Prix here in Baku, where a lot of drivers have sadly either crashed out or sadly have retired due to their crashes. But I think
he's going to be absolutely elated with this win.
Absolutely. I think we can see the smile from in his helmet from here as the Annihilator wins round 4 here at Baku. A wonderful result for him. Second place will go to HOR Johto with currently the fastest lap. Vanilla now coming across the line in third place. A fabulous job from him as well, considering where he started. Peter looks like he's going to hold on to that 4th place. Yes, he does, quite comfortably. But the battle for 5th looks like it has been won by Saint. Yeah, indeed. Yes. But look at Rob. Rob could challenge here. Rob, if he has enough ERS. Spoon understeering a little bit. Look at this! Look at this! This is unbelievable!
He's got him onto the
He's got him, but Spoon will have DRS. Spoon will have DRS here. Can he get back? He's closing. He's closing. Look at this! He's going to be a photo finish. Oh, there's contact! Oh! Look at that! My goodness me! Rob Chad with an out of nowhere position change to 6th place. How about that? You couldn't get closer if you tried. What a Grand Prix. How about that? Wow.
Well, that's 2 wins in a row for the Annihilator.
Indeed.
He won in China quite spectacularly. And here in Baku.
There it is.
And he will take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship as well.
Indeed. A big haul of points there for the Annihilator. He's going to be chuffed to bits with that. My goodness me.
I'll suggest the top 3, and have you made a decision on your driver of the day?
There's been a lot of good standout drives. I mean, Annihilator did pit under the safety car, but then he made a mistake. HOR Johto could have potentially won the race. I mean, he clearly had the pace, but my goodness me, what a race. I don't know about you, Ross, but I'm out of breath.
You did a lot more work than I did.
Hey, behave yourself. I was glad that you came in, my goodness. But,
yes. Will that help?
Yes, indeed. That was very, very thoughtful of you. Let's get these 3 podium drivers in. And once again, they are HOR Johto, the race winner, the Annihilator, and I think my driver of the day will be Vanilla, so let's get them in here. Absolutely.
He'll be his first driver of the day as well.
Fantastic. That will give him a nice confidence boost. Now, who do we interview first? Here we are with 2 of the drivers here. Absolutely. Annihilator. My goodness me, what a win. How are you feeling? Good answer. Can you tell me, what do you think made you win that race? Absolutely. Do you think you could have challenged for the fastest lap of the Grand Prix that was taken by Johto?
Maybe if I'd have pitted 2 laps from the end onto fresh soft, but didn't really want to give up a race win, so you know.
Absolutely, I'd do the same thing. And now we believe this puts you into first position in the Drivers' Championship. That you must be feeling astounded by that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. It's just a real shame, obviously, what happened with Banksy in the race. I was in his party, and yeah, shout out to him because that really did suck.
Absolutely. Our condolences are with him, of course. Thank you very much indeed, Annihilator. I think we'll now come in to second place position. HOR Johto with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A solid day in the office, but it looked like a very, very tough race for myself with a lot of pit stops and a lot of collisions with the wall. Absolutely. Do you... Indeed. Do you think this could be a kickstart of the season? Oh, sorry. Do you think this could kickstart your season in some way? But I'm sure the team are very, very happy with that result. Mm. Could you sum up that race in one word? Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting. God, I'm good at interrupting, as it turns out. Well, I think on that fantastic note for Johto, we're gonna come to the driver of the day, and the man who finished in third position, Vanilla. How did you do that? My goodness.
Hey, that was my answer. Can't steal my answer.
Absolutely. 15 points. Team's got to be very happy with that result. Fantastic. Absolutely. Do you think your team could be a threat in the Constructors' Championship, or would you say you're now focusing on the drivers? Oh, okay, well, there we go. Problem solved. Okay. Absolutely. And I think this could be the potential last question, unless if Ross has anything to say, but how are you all feeling going into the next round, which I think is at Spain, I want to say? But I'm not too sure, because I'm a little bit too new here.
It will be Spain.
It will be Spain, okay. Thank you very much indeed, Ross.
It will be Spain.
I've got an invite from Smithy.
Yeah, same.
Bit late, bro.
But, yeah, how are you guys feeling for Spain, which is coming up next
Looking
week?
forward to it. Hopefully make it a hat-trick.
Hey, there you go. Absolutely. Well, I think on that note, guys, thank you very much for a brilliant race. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And I think we'll stop the broadcast there. Thank you very much indeed. That was a privilege to be a commentator on. And we'll see you for round 5 in Spain. Everyone have a very, very good day. Goodbye.
I'm literally